disagree so that we don't fall out, and importantly, we come out with a solution that is good for all. This applies to business, relationships, and any other personal or professional situation. So the first thing that we do, easier said than done, is to do not interrupt, because then things escalate, and I've been guilty of this myself so many times. I developed a technique, or I stole it somewhere probably, which is when I really want to say something but they won't mean interrupting, I just put my hand in front of my mouth. Maybe the person is talking and I really want to go on, so I just do something like this briefly, and that reminds me that I need to be quiet and shut up. The second thing, more importantly, is looping. What is looping? Looping is nothing else than a technique, very powerful technique of feeding back what we heard without sounding like a parrot, in our own words. So let's say there is a business situation and the client tells me, look, we don't agree with you that this strategy can take our business from here to there because of 1, 2, and 3 reasons. Now, typically here we want to jump on and demonstrate how we are right and they're wrong, but no. Instead, we say, look, John, Jane, I just want to make sure that I really understand. So what I'm taking away from what you said is that you don't believe that our strategy can take your business from here to there because of these 3 reasons. Am I correct? Now, when you do these 2 magic things will happen. Number 1 is that you will understand. And so many arguments go south because we don't actually understand the subtleties and differences that we have. The second thing that will happen is that the interlocutor will know that you're working really hard to understand them. And that tends to open up a collaborative table. Beautiful. And the last thing that you do, number 3, is that you don't start your different opinion with you, saying, you are not correct right here, or you should see this, and the other, or if you let me explain, etc., etc. This will not work. Instead, begin with I, meaning I see it slightly different, John or Jane. Would it be okay for me to show you what I mean? Or, I'm of a different opinion here, John and Jane. Would you be against me explaining my point? Now, when you do this, you're putting the energy on the difference on you, so they're not at all, and B, you asking for permission to elaborate. And that tends to open a collaborative table, at the end of which everybody comes up with some sort of agreement. Now, the last thing that I like to say about this is that when people walk into a room with 2 ideas, 2 people, 2 ideas, it's very unlikely that we come out of the room with either idea A or B. Typically, if we are collaborative, we come out of that idea, of that meeting, with an idea that is a combination of the 2, or that is the product of the 2. And you do this through these 3 techniques. Don't interrupt, look back, and start the criticism on the idea or the differences with I, not you. Good luck, and follow me.